Keep your radio dial right here. You're locked into the hottest news station on the planet. Hot 702.5 in FM sound. Blazing today's hip-hop, R&B, and pop music. Keeping your radio on fire. Bringing you the hottest, realest, riskiest talk shows live 24/7 on hot7025fm.com.
Hey, it's Icarice, and I'm here to tell you about Hotcast for Podcasting. We are a podcasting studio located in Las Vegas, Nevada, in the Hot 702.5 FM studios. You can book online at hot7025fm.com. Just click on Hotcast. You can book and find your times right there. Thank you for booking with Hotcast for Podcasting.
Hey y'all, it's your girl Cheryl Underwood, and you're tuned into the hottest news station on the planet, Hot 702.5.
Hi. Hey.
What's up? All your favorite artists.
Check it out. Say my name.
DJ Khaled.
This is Mila J.
Bruno Mars. On hot7025fm.com.
Tune in now on hot7025fm.com.
Yeah. Jones, hey. Greg Deville was at it, man. Hey. If you want the real, holla at Greg Deville. He'll tell you how to do it. Now get to it. If you want the real, listen to Greg Deville. He'll tell you how to do it. Now get to it. I'm talking real estate, building wealth, making money for your family and yourself. Now tune in. We here to help. Now tune in. We here to help. You wanna be a broker, you wanna be broke. You wanna be the joker, you wanna be the joker. You gotta bring more to the table than your hope, dreams and wishing. I can feed you fish or I can take you out fishing. I can show you the vision, addition and division, mathematic equation. Make the money flip like an acrobatic, amazing. Greg Deville help you build the foundation. I'm saying, if you want the real, holla at Greg Deville. He'll tell you how to do it. Now get to it. If you want the real, listen to Greg Deville. He'll tell you how to do it. Now get to it. I'm talking real estate, building wealth, making money for your family and yourself. Now tune in. We here to help. Now tune in. We here to help.
Hello, folks. How you doing? And welcome to the Greg Deville Show, Hot 702.5fm.com. If you are tuning in, that is the call letters for today, Hot 702.5.com. Obviously, I am not Dana LeBlanc. I am Dana LeBlanc. I'm not Greg Deville. I am filling in for the awesome Greg Deville, who is the wealth builder. He's multifaceted. He's out in the industry today doing what he does best. This show is all about building wealth. It's all about real estate. And every once in a while, he also throws in some information about solar. And that's why I'm here today. Again, let me introduce myself. My name is Dana LeBlanc. I'm a regional sales professional for the Nevada, state of Nevada for Power Solar, which is a PBC company here, solar company in the state of Nevada. And so today we're going to talk about all things solar. As you know, right now, it's a great time to go solar. It's the summer months. Hey, what better time is there to go solar than right now? I want to just let you know a few things that are taking place in the industry because you still have the opportunity to save money on your electric bill and add equity to your property by installing solar on your house. So we're going to talk about that today. We're going to talk about some of the pros of going solar. We're going to talk about some of the negative things that's happening on the federal level, nationwide, and then what's happening also too on the state level in the state of Nevada. So let me just kind of start off by saying this. If you want to contact me today, feel free to reach out to me. My direct dial is 209-596-7574. Call me if you want your free, no obligation solar proposal, virtual meeting. What's most comfortable for you is how we will approach this thing. We can help you go solar starting today at no out-of-pocket expenses. So let's first talk about the benefits of solar in the state of Nevada. It's an outstanding solar potential in the state of Nevada. Why? because Nevada is one of the sunniest states in the U.S. In fact, it's rated in the top 3 of most sunny places in the U.S. Nevada has almost 300 days a year of sun. What does that mean for solar customers? More sun equates to mean more production, higher production on your solar system. That's great because in other states, let's just say in, California, where we do have, more seasons here in California, we have more winter months than Nevada does. Your systems in Nevada are producing more energy than they would in other states. That's a great thing because 95% of Nevada buildings are viable for solar installation. And we're still doing a really great job. We have a long way to go with our solar initiatives, but there's still a lot of opportunity to be had in the solar industry for consumers to save money. I will say this before I go further into the benefits of solar. A lot of things in our world today, our economy, our government, other spheres of our life, they're slowly taking away our control. I mean, little by little, if you look at the prices of gas, the prices of eggs, the prices of food, the prices of mortgage and rents, all those things are ever increasing. What does that mean? That means that utility prices are also increasing. And there's still opportunity for you to take control. We can't control the gas prices. We can't control the price of food and mortgages and things of that nature, but you can control the price of your energy, meaning that you can determine how much you pay for your energy, how much energy you produce, and what your savings are long term. We're looking at great ROI when it comes to financing or paying cash for a solar system. All righty. So the first benefit is that there's outstanding solar potential for the residents of Nevada. The second is there's a strong financial savings element that is still at play. Now, I just mentioned a couple moments ago some of the freedoms that are, were challenged with some changes that are taking place in the industry, both on a federal level with the federal tax credit and other things of that nature. But there's also some challenges that are taking place on a local state level that we'll talk about some of those things today. But again, getting back to the benefits, because I want to focus on the benefits first. Then we'll talk about some of the challenges that we're seeing in the industry. And then again, if you want to contact us or if you want to reach out to Greg personally or directly, his number is 702-349-0162. You can reach out to Greg and schedule some time with me, or you can reach out to me directly. Let me give you those numbers one more time in case you didn't have a pen and you want to write those down. So Greg Deville's number is 702-345-0162. I work directly with Greg. We partner up in the solar industry, and I've been doing this for 12 years. Okay, so I'm very knowledgeable in my product, and I want to help your family go solar, put equity in your property, and help you save some money every month. Again, my number is 209-596-7574. All righty. So the second benefit of going solar is that, again, there is a strong financial savings. As of today, the NV Energy Electric Company is still allowing net energy metering. Okay, net energy metering. The NEM there, the acronym there is NEM. It stands for net energy metering, meaning that if there's a surplus of power that your energy produces, that NV Energy will buy that power back from you at market value. Okay, that is going to be changing coming up here very, very soon. So again, I'm trying to stress the importance of you making a decision now to go solar, because pretty soon, once these initiatives and these benefits have gone away, it's going to be more difficult to see the benefits from solar systems. So right now, the residents of Nevada is seeing anywhere from a 20 to 70% savings monthly. I mean, monthly. You can really save 20 to 70% monthly on your utility bill. And also right now, net energy metering credits is crediting you at least 75% of the retail rate on that energy. That means great savings for you. That means that if you have credits built up with the utility companies, you can use those credits to offset months of energy after that particular month. Okay. And then the third benefit is the federal tax credit. Right now, as it stands as of today, any consumer in any state within the United States is potentially eligible for a 30% federal tax credit. So if your system is $30,000, 30% of that system will be $3,000 that you will receive a federal tax credit for. I've seen that to be offset or to offset tax debt. And I've also seen it to be received back in the form of a rebate after tax debt has been paid. Okay. And then there is additional benefits and incentives for storage. We are now installing batteries for customers who need batteries. I know that right now with the net energy metering efficient or benefits in Nevada, batteries are not as popular as they are in other states, but if you want a battery for your home, we can install a battery with your solar system. If there is a grid outage, we're seeing more and more grid outages throughout the nation. Your home will still have energy. So if you're worried about not having lights, if you're worried about not being able to cook food for your family when there's a grid outage, having solar with a battery can help you maintain your lifestyle. Okay, so that's a huge benefit for customers to go solar. And then you can also increase your home property value. We're seeing an increase in property value for residents. Oftentimes it's 4% or more that we're seeing the property value increase because you have solar on the house. We can talk more about that. I'm not a CPA. I can't give you tax advice concerning the federal tax credit or the property value, but I do know from experience that those things are available to you. So again, now is the time for you to think about going solar. You know, when you look at Greg Deville, every month or every week, he's talking to you about building wealth and how to build wealth. And installing solar is a sound financial investment that is going to help families build wealth. I mean, you're building wealth by saving money every month, right? Who doesn't want to save money every month? Even if you're saving $130 a year, even if you're saving $30 a month, whatever your savings is, it is adding to the wealth, the bottom line of your family's wealth, and solar is an amazing way for you to do that. The third is that there's a great environmental and social impact. Switching to solar dramatically reduces your carbon footprint. Right? That's why you're seeing the adoption of EVs, and you're seeing things, becoming more efficient with home appliances and things of that nature. We need to make sure that we're leaving our children and our grandchildren a world that is going to be sustainable. And by you going solar, making that green choice to go solar, not only are you helping to build that sustainable future for generations to come, but you're also being an excellent steward of God's resources that he has given us, which is the sun, right? Why not use the resources of the sun? God has given it to us, and let's utilize it. So then there are typical paybacks on solar. So again, if you're overproducing power, you're selling that power back to the utility company. Okay. Now that's the benefits that are taking place right now as of today. Now there are some timelines here that we need to be aware of. Let's talk about some of those challenges that we are seeing in the solar industry. Number one, NV Energy is proposing a 15-minute net energy metering interval starting October the 1st. So right now, that net energy metering is paying you about 75% of the net value of the rate of energy. So if it was, I don't know, let's use a round number here. If it's 40 cents, 75% of that would be what? 30 cents. I'm really bad with math off the cuff, but you kind of get the idea. Okay. Starting October the 1st, they're going to go from a monthly net energy metering model to a 15-minute energy model. That is happening October the 1st, where they're going from monthly to 15 minutes. Why is that a negative? That's a negative because under the change, any solar generation costs used or not used within that 15-minute window, it's going to be costly. You're going to lose the value of it, and you're also reducing your savings. In some cases, it's going to be up to $130 a year that you'll be losing just by this one change that NV Energy is making in their net energy metering program. So again, I know that it seems like, hey, this is the guy's trying to rush me. Well, guess what? I am trying to rush you because we are racing against a clock here. You want to maintain your right to go solar. You want to maintain and exercise your liberties and freedoms as an American to go solar and be compensated for going solar. I mean, solar is a renewable energy. It's here to stay. It's not going anywhere. When you look at fossil fuels, coal and nuclear power, those things have attributed to the global warming. And it's a known fact. I mean, you might be listening today thinking, hey, that's malarkey, but there is scientific fact that shows that those fossil fuels have impacted our environment in a negative manner. And so what we're trying to do is we're trying to help push that renewable energy initiative forward. You got to push it forward. Again, we have our lives at stake. We have our children's lives at stake, our grandchildren's lives at stake. We have our pets and our animals. We have our vegetation, our food resources. All those things are at stake when you start looking at the way that we have produced energy in the past. It's had a negative impact on our environment. The weather's all over the place. Heat is rising. There's colder winters. It's having a negative effect. And so we're trying to, again, push the renewable energy initiative forward. I really believe that, solar is a long-term energy source that we're going to get better and better at how to produce energy from the sun and how to utilize energy from the sun and how to save money by using renewable energy resources. So again, let's talk about that. Right now, as of today, you still can benefit from NV Energy's net energy metering program, where they're paying you at least 75% of the value of the rate that you bought the power at. Starting October the 1st, that is going to go away. They're going to go from a monthly net energy metering to a 15-minute interval. So think about that. If you're not using that power within 15 minutes, you're losing the value of that power. Man, that's just not a good thing. Okay. So you want to keep that in mind. All right. The second challenge that we're seeing with NV Energy, and let me just say this. I have been in the industry, the solar industry, renewable industry for about 12 years. I've worked with a lot of utility companies across the U.S., in California, in Nevada, in Arizona, in Texas, you name it. I've worked with those utility companies, and I've never seen a decrease in energy bills. Okay. The trajectory is ever going up. It's always going up. I've never seen a decrease. Okay. So you want to keep that in mind as well, that although energy rates are going to continue to increase, when you lock your rate in by going solar, you maintain that rate for 25 years. Okay. That's huge. So think about the cost savings that you see, not just from day one, but also over the 25-year lifespan. Okay. The second challenge that we are facing right now, I just mentioned it, is there is a potential increase in your fixed basic service charge. Right now, every consumer that has NV Energy is paying what we call a delivery charge. It's for NV Energy to maintain your address on their grid. Okay. Right now, that's $16.50. $16.50. It sounds doable. However, coming up, that rate is going to increase to $45.30. Man, who can afford that? If you do some quick math on that, I mean, we're talking close to $500 per year just in delivery charges that every consumer, doesn't matter if you're low income, if you're in the median income tax or income bracket, or if you're wealthy, you're all going to pay that increased basic service charge of $45.30. So what's the negative? Solar customers who rely on less variable cost end up shouldering the cost for this higher flat rate charge. In other words, if you have been used to producing power in tier 1, when you use more power, you go to tier 2. Well, guess what? You're going to shoulder all of the weight for the other customers that are constantly using power in the higher tiers. Okay. It's just not a good thing for solar customers. So again, the urgency to go solar now is going to help grandfather you into the current programs. Okay. In California, the grandfathering is 20 years. I believe in NV Energy in Nevada, it's also 20 years. So you want to pay attention to those little markers that are changing. Okay. They're changing. The third negative thing that we're dealing with here, and then we're going to go back to some positives, is that there is a loss of $156 million in community solar funds. What does that mean? That means executive actions in 2025 have cut off EPA administrator solar for all grants. Those grants are going away. That totals $156 million. That falls right in line with the 25D initiative from the Senate and the House, eliminating the federal tax credit. Guys, you want to remember this. Those that are listening and viewers on this station, you are smart people. You are here because you're constantly looking for ways to build wealth. Well, guess what? The norms don't want you to build wealth. They want you to be in debt. They want to see you in debt. I know it sounds conspiracy-ish, but it's not. Okay. There has been a loss and a cut in funding of $156 million in community solar funds. Okay. The PUC there in Nevada, they're working with NV Energy for these ongoing changes to the utility companies that are going to lead to a merged rate and merged classes that are going to eliminate net energy metering as we know it. They're trying to eliminate your basic solar community charge. There's just a lot that I don't really have all the words within 30 minutes to explain to you some of the challenges that we are seeing here in the industry. Just like Greg Deville, he knows information that the average consumer doesn't always know. And so he's here every single week and he's trying to tell you what those changes are. He's trying to keep you abreast and keep you educated. Well, guess what? That's why I'm here today. I'm trying to help keep you educated. You know, solar is a good thing. It's a great thing. I mean, it has really come a long way, especially when you look at the aesthetics of solar. Sometimes you can drive around to some of these neighborhoods and you can see solar panels that are sitting kind of far off of the roof. I mean, sometimes 5 or 6 inches off the roof. They're kind of an eyesore. Some of them have the older blue style panels that have a white grid pattern in them. Well, guess what? Things have changed. We have really, thought about the aesthetics of solar. We're now using flush mount systems. So the systems are sitting more flush to the roof. Most of the panels come in a beautiful matte black finish. The wattage of the panels are better. The efficiency of the panels are better. Everything is just better concerning solar and how it looks on the roof. I talk to families all the time, and typically it's the wife that says, I don't want them on my roof. Well, guess what, ladies? They look beautiful. They look beautiful. So you want to pay attention to some of those things as well. All right. So let's talk about the summer. Let me give you a quick summary of what's happening in the solar industry that you want to pay attention to so that you're not subject to some of these changes that are taking place. The first one is NV Energy is going to be changing to a 15-minute interval on their net metering. How's it going to impact you? Who is that going to impact? It's going to impact brand new solar customers, okay, beginning October the 4th. So we have a smaller window of time, right, to make sure that you lock yourself into the current rates and the current net energy metering program. The second thing that we want to pay attention to today, again, is that there's going to be an increase in the fixed service charge. Who will be impacted by that? All solar customers, right, that have not gone solar will be impacted by those by that increase. And then third, there is the loss of the $156 million community solar fund. Okay, you put that on top of the 25D initiative that removes the federal tax credit altogether by the end of this year. So if your system is not installed by January 31st, guess what? You lose that federal tax credit. We don't want you to do that. We want you to benefit from the federal tax credit. We want you to save money every single month. We want to see you have reduced bills. What can you do with that extra money? I mean, you're building wealth, right? Now you can take your family on vacations. Now you can take your wife or your husband out to a very nice dinner. You can make your car payment. You can pay insurance. All these things that you can do with the reduced cost in your monthly savings is huge. I mean, it's endless what you can do. All righty, so let's circle back again. If you want to get a no obligation, and as I say this, I know it sounds salesy. I'm not a salesperson. I am a solar consultant. I'm very well versed in my product. I'm very well versed in the industry, what's taking place in the industry. And you know, one of the core cultures for me, my personal approach with my clients is being customer centric and operating with integrity. Okay. I'm genuine about helping families make better financial decisions by going solar and helping that family go green. Okay. I'm all about helping you and getting glass on the roof. I hold my installers, I hold my permits department, I hold them to the fire when it comes to my clients because you are important. We're not a fly-by-night company. Again, I am part of Power. It's Power, POWUR. We are public purpose benefit company and or corporation, and we're all about making sure that there's fail-safes in place to protect our customers that go solar with us. If you want to reach me, you want to know obligation solar consultation, call me at 209-596-9700. 7574. I'm going to circle back because we always want to end on a higher note. Okay. I'm going to circle back and talk about again the benefits of going solar today. Today, we're on the clock. We have a timeline. Your system has to be installed by January 31st. And typically it's going to take us anywhere from 6 to 8 weeks to get that system installed. Okay. That's without any hiccups. It is construction. For those of you that are in the construction industry, you know that things come up, things do go awry. But again, we always are customer focused and customer driven, and we address those things quickly. Okay. It's my job and my responsibility to make sure that you have as close to a perfect experience as possible. That is my heart. So let's circle back and summarize what the benefits of you going solar are right now. Number one is the solar resource. In Nevada, there is an abundance of sun yield. Okay. High sun yield means high solar production. All righty. If you want to pay cash for a system, we have options there. If you want to finance a system with no money out of your pocket, literally, you don't have to shell forth 1 cent. We can finance the system for you. We have different terms, different APRs that will fit best within your budget. However you want to go solar, we can help you go solar. Let me just tell you how that finance option works because it's beautiful. We will sit down with you, determine how many panels that you need, if you want a battery or not. And we determine, again, the size of your system. And we also determine what your monthly payment is going to be. Your solar payment replaces your NV energy bill. Okay. Right now, with net energy metering being the way that it is, typically we can almost zero out that bill for you. Okay. And once the system has been installed, we take care of permits for you. We take care of CAD drawings for you. We take care of everything. So it's really a hands-off process for the client. You need to agree to it. From there, we take it and we run again and we run with it across the finish line. Your payments, your reduced payments, do not begin until 30 to 45 days after your system has been installed. Okay. You'll continue to pay your utility bill the way that you have been until your system has been what we call PTO, or permission to operate. Once we receive PTO on your system, that's when your new system kicks in, your new bill kicks in, and you start paying the new bill. Okay. It's easy. It's simple. It's affordable. Again, if you don't have the cash flow to pay cash for a system, we do have finance options that can fit any family's budget. Again, you're going to be saving money every single month. Okay. So again, there is high yield, high returns in Nevada. The second is bill savings. It's going to give you a significant reduction and stable cost in your monthly payment. It's a levelized payment. Your bill's not fluctuating up and down every month. You know what it's going to be every single month. And then you're also benefiting from those stable credits from net energy metering. Okay. As of today, again, right now, the federal tax credit, it's called the FTC, the federal tax credit, or the ITC, the investment tax credit. Every American is potentially eligible for the 30% federal tax credit. Now, I say potentially eligible because it depends on if you have tax debt. Most retired people don't have tax debt. So there are some things that we look at to help determine with you, to help you make an educated decision on the best way for your family to go solar. Again, I'm not a tax guy. Let me just put that out there, but I do have some experience with the federal tax credit that I can help at least point you in the right direction. Okay. Third is that the home value is going to increase. Higher resale value, higher increased curb appeal. The solar panels look great on the roof. People who are purchasing a home, in fact, homes that have solar are selling about 18% faster than homes without solar. Okay. And then fourth, the environmental impact, lower emissions, grid decarbonization on the grid, meaning that we're getting away from fossil fuels, and also more community growth when it comes to renewable energy and our availability of having renewable energy. And then there is the local protections. So there's HOA rights and contractor regulation support that will work with you on your solar system. It's just an all-around great opportunity. So today we're talking all things solar. Now is the time to go solar. You don't want to wait. For those of you that have been on the fence, well, here is your opportunity to finally make that decision. And again, reach out to us. There's no obligation. At least get the information in your hands. At least educate yourself on what your potential savings can be. And I guarantee you, once you see it for yourself, numbers, you can't fudge numbers. You can fudge numbers, on the back end in certain scenarios, but not with solar. You cannot fudge numbers. The numbers are numbers are numbers. Okay. So you'll see exactly what your payments are, what your system cost is. You will have all of the information up front to make an educated decision. Okay. I hope I didn't confuse somebody what I just said about you can fudge numbers. I'm thinking about other industries and just some dishonest people that can be in certain industries. I guess in accounting, you can do certain things that I'm not even aware of. I've heard of it before, but in solar, again, this is all about integrity. Okay. Let me stress that. I want to make sure that I don't leave you with the wrong impression, because it's all about integrity, having all of the information up front. Okay. So that you and your family can make an educated decision. I hope today's show has been beneficial for you. I hope it's been educational. I hope it has put a sense of urgency in you. Again, if you want to contact me directly for a free consultation, my number is 209-596-7574. Let me say that again, 209-596-7574. If you want to reach out to Greg Deville directly, his call number is 702-345-0162. Thank you so much for your time. Hey, I know that you are doing the right thing by your family. You are trying to become a better you. You're trying to up your game with your finances. You're trying to up your game with your footprint, your carbon footprint, and this is the way to do it. So make that decision right now to go solar. Tune in every week to the Greg Deville Show. He is the wealth builder. He's here every week spitting information for you and giving you the lowdown on the industry of what's taking place and how you can purchase property, how you can invest in property, how you can flip property. That is his area of expertise. Again, hot 702.5 FM.com. Have a great day, and we will see you next week. Have a great day, guys.
Jones, hey, Greg Deville.